Hearts is a 4-player game, pitting each player against one another. No teams allowed. All you need to play Hearts is a 52-card poker-style deck and something to keep score with. Unlike most games, it's not the player with the highest score, but the player with the lowest score who wins at Hearts. Games are played until one player has earned over 100 points. Once that happens, the player with the score closest to 0 is the winner. In Hearts, players avoid winning tricks containing cards with point values. And which cards have point values? Well, every Heart card is worth 1 point, giving the full suit of Hearts 13 points you don't want to win. In Hearts, points are bad. Again, points are bad in Hearts. You don't want Hearts. They're bad. The values of cards start from low to high, with 2 being the lowest and ace being the highest. No other cards have point values, except for one. The dreaded Queen of Spades, also known as the Killer Queen. I just made that up because I did the Killer Kings thing. Nobody calls her that. This one card is worth 13 negative points, as much as all of the Hearts put together. All of these, 13 bad points. Just this one card, another 13 bad points. So the basic rule in Hearts is avoid winning these cards. Each one of these is 1 point and points are bad. This one alone is 13 points, as bad as all of these. You really want to avoid this one at all costs. All right, so how do we play? Well, to set up a game, deal out all 52 cards, giving each player a hand of 13 cards. Players will generally sort their cards by suit in ascending order. That's right, the cards ascend from 2 as the low card to ace as the high card. So here I have all of my cards in ascending order by suit, starting with the clubs furthest to the left, then the diamonds, the spades, and the hearts. This is a pretty normal way to lay out your cards. The reason I put the hearts and the spades furthest right is because those are cards that might win and get points towards me, which I don't want. Again, points are bad in Hearts, especially the highest one furthest right is the ace of hearts. It's the highest card. It's going to win every trick where a heart is played if I have to play that. And usually the favorable cards to lose tricks, which you want to do, are low cards of the clubs and diamond suits. All right, so now that I have my cards, I get to pass 3 of my cards on to another player. Typically, you'll want to pass your 3 worst cards to your opponent. More on that in a bit. A small note, in order to keep players from helping one another, colluding with one another, each round, players pass their 3 worst cards in different directions. In round 1, you pass to the left. In round 2, you pass to the player on your right. In round 3, you pass to the player directly across from you. And on the 4th round, you pass to no one. You keep your cards. You're stuck with your 3 worst cards. So in this case, I don't have any terrible cards, I would say. I might want to get rid of my ace, because that's a very high hearts card. Well, I don't want to get rid of any of my spades, because I want to lose spades. So I want to have lower than queen spades, because remember, the queen of spades is 13 points. I don't want to win that. Maybe I'll start to shed some of my clubs cards so I can get out of clubs sooner. So I pass my 3 to this player, and then the player on my right will pass their 3 worst cards to me. They are the queen, the king of hearts, the queen and king of hearts, and the king of spades. Now these are pretty bad cards because the queen and king are high hearts cards, and the king of spades is particularly bad because that could beat the queen of spades. So if I'm forced to go against the queen of spades, I might win that card, and that's 13 points. I really don't want to do that. So who goes first? It doesn't matter who dealt, actually. It's the player with the 2 of clubs who goes first, and that's me. I have the 2 of clubs. Every round, the 2 of clubs player will go first. Now the game is in play. In hearts, you must follow suit. The highest card played in that suit wins the hand. The winner of the hand leads off the next hand and can play any card of any suit they'd like. However, they can't lead with a card in the heart suit until hearts have been broken. Broken hearts. More on that in a little bit. But basically, the hearts cards are locked and out of the game in early hands. The player with the 2 of clubs leads, and everybody must follow suit. Moving clockwise, each player will follow with a card in the club suit if they can. You almost always see a player use the ace of clubs in this first hand, giving them control of the following hand. The highest card wins. So the winner of the previous hand leads, and they have the option of using any card except for unbroken hearts. Now all players must follow that suit if they have it. Typically, players will try to shed their highest cards early in the game as a strategy to lose later hands when hearts are available. Now this player leads with the diamonds, and I'm out of that suit, so what happens? I have a few extra options, as now I can play any other suit I have in my hand. I could try to get rid of my highest spades card so I won't accidentally win the dreaded queen of spades. I could also shed cards from the club suit, getting closer to being out of that suit and only having 2 suits. Or lastly, I could break the hearts. Aw. I'm going to do that. I'll play a high heart now, getting rid of my ace of hearts so I won't get stuck with that. All the other players play. This player wins because they have the highest lead card, not because of the highest hearts card. Now, hearts aren't the lead suit, and they can't win here, since 3 was a diamond suit, and that's the lead suit. So any card played out of this suit will automatically go to the player who played the highest card in the lead suit. And since this player played the jack of diamonds, they take this trick and earn my 1 heart point. Now that I was the heartbreaker, hearts are allowed to be led with by any player. The player who took the last trick will attempt to probably offload a low hearts card right now. So they'll throw a 5 of hearts, a low hearts card down, and now we all must follow this suit, which is the heart suit. Not a great place to be if you have a card that's higher than this 5 of hearts. The next player will play a 7 of hearts, meaning they are winning this trick right now, and they could end up with 2 points. This player will play a 3. That's lower than the 7, so still this player leads. And I will play my 6. So this player wins that, but by winning, they get 4 points. And remember, points are bad. Sorry for them. And now that hearts are broken, anybody can lead with hearts cards. Play goes around here, and thankfully I had a lower heart played than the highest one. And this player takes all 4 points. With that hearts embargo lifted, the game becomes a little more chaotic. And don't forget the Queen of Spades. She's lurking out there somewhere. So we've been playing for a little while now, and players have been racking up points, but there has still been no Queen of Spades. This player will lead with spades, however. And that forces us all to play our spades. And we've played most of the spades now. I only have my King of Spades, which is very dangerous because if somebody plays the Queen here, I could get stuck with it. So I'm hoping they don't play it. The next player plays the 8 of Spades. Okay, still good. This player plays the Queen of Spades. I have to win it because you have to follow suit, and I have only 1 card in that suit. It's a higher than the Queen card suit. So you typically want to try to get rid of your high spades cards early in the game and not set somebody up to throw their queen on it. And if you can do that, then you don't fall into the trap that I just fell into. So I get the dreaded Queen of Spades. That's 13 points plus any hearts I've picked up. So I'm kind of in a tough spot here, but that's how it goes. So once all cards have been played, we now count up our points. You go through and pull out all of your hearts and any Queen of Spades that you might have. So I have 4 points here from my hearts, and then I have another 13. So I have 17 points out of the 26. I did pretty poorly this round. This player only had 1 heart, so they only have 1 point. This player has 2, 4, 6 hearts, so they have 6 points. And this player has 2 hearts, giving them 2 points. So there's our score currently. But it's not over. We play until one player hits 100. And when that happens, we see who has the lowest score. And if I should have the lowest score, at that point, I could win the game. Again, it was a real shame that I got the Queen of Spades because that is a big penalty. After we record our points, cards will get shuffled by the next clockwise player, and play will repeat. We'll play until one player has a total score of 100 or more penalty points at the end of a round. That player will take 4th place. We'll check out our scores, and whoever has the lowest overall score is the winner. And that's how you play hearts. But there is one more rule which makes this game truly unique, and it's called shooting the moon. Though this rule predates Dogecoin by many decades, it is no less preposterous and risky a venture. If you have a hand that seems ultimately doomed, as you have too many high hearts and spades, you can turn your luck around if you have the fire in your gut. In simplest terms, shooting the moon means that you will win every point in the round. Yes, all the penalty points. If you can win all the hearts and the Queen of Spades, then instead of you winning all those 26 penalty points, all 3 of your opponents will earn 26 points, and you will take 0 penalties that round. Now, a lot can go wrong with this. If you lose just even 1 heart card, the shoot the moon benefits are gone, and you could walk away from the round with as many as 25 penalty points. That said, many seasoned hearts players are very good at pulling off this technique. If you find yourself facing such a devious opponent, a good defense is to hold on to some high hearts cards. Sure, you may take penalties for winning a hand with them, but it might be the only way to take down a professional moon shooter. Hearts is a fun casual game to start with a group of friends. Once you all get good at it, start to pay attention to which cards have been played, and you'll work your way up to the thrilling prospect of shooting the moon yourself. If you want to learn more about how to shoot the moon, watch this video where I do a full playthrough where one of the players shoots the moon and wins. And that's how you get started playing hearts. This is just the version I learned, but Hearts has many variations, and I look forward to hearing how you play. I'll see you in the comments. Please subscribe, comment, and like. Also help support the hard work that goes into these videos by digitally donating. You are great.